Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing how to use homeopathic remedies on ailments, continuing with brain and nervous system ailments, starting with the letter P. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists, so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Please refer to my How to Use Homeopathic Remedies video before using the material in this video. Now, I'll be discussing how to use homeopathic remedies on specific ailments, but I've broken these ailments into categories for easier reference. I'll begin with ailments of the mind and emotions, then move on to ailments of the brain and nervous system, and then I'll address issues with the skin, nails, and hair, and then conditions of the eyes, ears, and nose, teeth, gums, lungs, respiration, ailments of the heart, blood and circulation, muscles, bones, joints, esophagus, stomach, duodenum, small, large intestines, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, then ailments of the kidney and bladder, then ailments specific to women and ailments specific to men, then issues of the hormones and metabolism. After that, I'll address the issues of homeopathic remedies on infections, infestations, and the immune system. Then issues surrounding fertility and pregnancy and surrounding childbirth and postnatal problems. Then homeopathic remedies that address special problems in infants, ailments and diseases in childhood, and special issues of adolescence. And finally, special issues of the elderly. Constitutional treatment involves treating the totality of the individual person. Everyone is a unique individual with a unique physiology that responds to substances differently. In homeopathy, it's recognized that people will react strongly to certain remedies, and as a result of this, they can be loosely placed into different categories called constitutional types. Homeopaths talk, for example, of phosphoric types. These are people who react strongly to phosphorus, or arsenicum album types, those who react strongly to arsenicum album. The belief is that people of one type share similarities in terms of body shape, character, and personality, and the sorts of diseases from which they suffer. As an example, natrum mur people tend to be pear-shaped, have a dark complexion, be fastidious and rigid in personality, and keep themselves to themselves. They also crave salt and suffer from constipation. As another example, lycopodium types tend to be tall, gangly, and a stooped appearance, with an anxious expression and a craving for sweets, and a propensity to produce intestinal gas. Now, of course, constitutional types have their limitations. In reality, each person is an individual, and so there are as many constitutional types as there are human beings. An account must be taken of the sum total of the person's inherent predispositions, past illnesses, diet, general reactions to the environment, intellectual and emotional features, and general attitude towards life. This is what is meant by constitutional treatment. I'll be making detailed videos on the various constitutional types after I've completed the use of homeopathic remedies on ailments. The ideas, procedures, and suggestions in this video and all my homeopathic videos are not intended as a substitute for the medical advice of a trained health professional. Consult your physician before adopting the suggestions in this video. If you're pregnant, do not attempt these techniques without the approval of your physician. So, let us continue with learning how homeopathic treatments can help with brain and nervous system ailments. Today, we'll continue with brain and nervous system ailments that begin with the letter P. Paralysis. Paralysis is where individual muscles or groups of muscles capable of little or no movement are said to be paralyzed. In flaccid paralysis, the nerves fail to stimulate contraction of the muscles, and in spastic paralysis, they fail to stimulate relaxation. Paralysis may be temporary or permanent, depending on the nature of the damage to the nerves. Prolonged disuse causes muscles to waste away. Homeopathy can offer constitutional treatment and also remedies for use in acute cases. Most people, when they are ill, suffer not only from the basic diagnostic symptoms of the disease, but also from other symptoms that are specific to each person. In orthodox medicine, these individual symptoms are mostly unimportant, but in homeopathy, they are vital for giving the correct prescription. This is why different patients may be receiving different remedies for the same disease. Specific remedies to be given every hour for up to 8 doses. For paralysis, where movement is difficult after an accident, use Arnica 30C. If Arnica produces no improvement, use Hypericum 30C. For paralysis with loss of movement in a hand or foot, provided this is not due to lead poisoning, use Plumbum 6C. For paralysis of eye muscles, use Conium 6C. For writer's cramp paralysis, use Gelsemium 6C or Cuprum 6C. Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is the gradual deterioration of nerve centers in the brain that are responsible for controlling movements. As the degeneration proceeds, the delicate balance between two chemicals or neurotransmitters that ensure transmission of nerve impulses is also upset. Although homeopathy can offer a number of specific remedies for occasional use, the condition really requires the ongoing care of an experienced homeopathic doctor. A designer recreational drug called MTPP is known to produce Parkinson-like symptoms. Prepared in homeopathic potency, it could be used to treat people genuinely afflicted with this condition. More research needs to be done on that, though. Most people, when they are ill, suffer not only from the basic diagnostic symptoms of the disease, but also from other symptoms that are specific to each person. In orthodox medicine, these individual symptoms are mostly unimportant, but in homeopathy, they're vital for giving the correct prescription. This is why different patients may receive different remedies for the same disease. Specific remedies to be given 4 times daily for up to 2 weeks when symptoms are particularly bad or when waiting to see a homeopathic doctor. For Parkinson's disease with an overproduction of saliva, with a sweet or metallic taste in the mouth, and with trembling hands and tremors accompanied by perspiration and made worse by it, where the person is equally sensitive to heat and cold, and has patchy memory and concentration issues, and a loss of willpower, use Mercurius 6C. For Parkinson's disease, where the person is restless and they're twitching in every muscle, and the person is very suspicious and jealous, and inclined to behave obscenely, use Hyoscyamus 6C. For Parkinson's disease, where the limbs tremble, twitch, and jerk, and the person complains of stiffness and itchiness in the affected limbs, and the spine feels extremely sensitive, use Agaricus 6C. For Parkinson's disease, where the main complaint is stiffness or cramping made worse by damp, or immobility, but is alleviated by moving, the tremors are not very marked, use Rhus Tox 6C. For Parkinson's disease with excessive trembling and weakness affecting mainly the tongue and eyes, and the person constantly attempts to swallow and has a staggered gait, use Gelsemium 6C. Where none of the above homeopathic remedies are effective for Parkinson's disease, use Manganum 6C. Polio. Polio is a virus disease that attacks motor nerves, causing wasting and paralysis. It is now rare in the Western world. The virus is spread by personal contact or through fecal-oral routes. The first symptoms are those of acute influenza, accompanied by headache and fever. If polio is suspected, get to a doctor within 12 hours. Specific remedies to be taken every 30 minutes for up to 10 doses. For polio in the early stages, where the person is restless, scared, and very thirsty, and the skin is dry with early signs of meningitis, including neck rigidity, use Aconite 30C. For polio in the early stages, where there is a high fever and delirium, staring eyes, and stiff neck, use Belladonna 30C. For polio in the early stages with a severe headache made worse by the slightest eye movement, and the person becomes more and more depressed and lapses into a coma, use Bryonia 30C. Specific remedies to be taken 4 times daily for up to 2 weeks after the initial attack. For polio with spastic paralysis with rigid legs, numbness in fingers, and inability to place the heels on the ground because of tension in the calves, use Lathrus 6C. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, so I decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easy to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.